Did you know that parents are less likely to buy their kid a car if that child is overweight? Hi everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to Tread Talks, where I walk on this treadmill to stay in shape while making videos for you fine people. You know, most of the reasons that people have for wanting to lose weight are health related, like lowering your blood pressure or your cholesterol. But the more I've looked into obesity as I've been trying to get in shape, the more I realize that there's a lot more at stake than just what happens to my body when I'm carrying excess weight. And so to add to that big pile of motivation to get in shape, here are 5 non-health impacts of being overweight. First, and this may be the reason for some of the other items on this list, but there's a higher likelihood that you'll make a bad first impression. There are various studies out there showing that overweight people are seen as being less agreeable, less conscientious, less disciplined, lazy, unattractive, sexually unskilled. The list is quite long. Now, all of these assumptions may not be true about a particular person, but they seem to be so deeply ingrained that overweight people feel that way about other overweight people. And so I guess the worst thing to do would be to gain a bunch of weight and then move to a new city or try to find a new job. In fact, that leads into number 2, you're more likely to make less money if you're overweight. In one study that looked at 11,000 workers in Germany and another study that looked at 12,000 workers in the US over a period of 25 years, there were a few trends that emerged. First, with regards to women, skinny women got paid significantly higher salaries than women who were overweight, although the impact of this does taper off as you get heavier. According to the researchers, their best conclusion is that once you cross the threshold and you're no longer skinny, the number on the scale doesn't seem to matter, you're just overweight. And when it came to men, there was an interesting twist. It turns out that yes, men who are of average weight are paid significantly more than men who are obese. But really skinny men are paid significantly less than men who are of average weight. And some of the stereotypes that they found that was feeding into this is that really skinny men were seen as nervous or weak or deceptive or sneaky, whereas men of average weight are seen as being brave and happy and having lots of friends. You might remember some of this coming up when dad bods became a thing for like 15 minutes. But let's say instead of finding a job, you decide to commit a petty crime to make ends meet. Well, it might be good to lose some weight, because you may be more likely to be convicted of that crime if you're overweight. In one study from the Yale Rudd Center for Food Policy and Obesity, they found that men were more likely to view overweight women as being guilty of a petty crime. Interestingly, the women in that study showed no bias. But hey, maybe they found you not guilty and you're driving home. Well, in that case, drive safe, because if you get into an accident, you're more likely to die in that crash if you're overweight. Now, this one came as a little bit of a surprise to me, but in a study conducted in 2010 at the University at Buffalo, they found that people who were obese were 56% more likely to die if they got into a car accident. And in a study they conducted 2 years later to figure out why, they found that the reason was that people who were of normal weight are 67% more likely to wear a seatbelt than people who were morbidly obese like I was. And for the same reason that I wouldn't wear seatbelts on a plane. It just wasn't comfortable. And surprise, surprise, you don't wear a seatbelt, you're more likely to die. But let's say you don't get into a car accident and you live a nice long life. What about those final days, when it's clear that you're going to pass away soon and the best thing would be to receive some hospice care to alleviate your pain and make sure you're comfortable? It turns out that you're less likely to receive that hospice care at the end of your life if you're overweight. In a review of 5,700 people who passed away between 1998 and 2012, it was found that people who were really obese received hospice care at a lower rate, and when they did receive it, they received it for fewer days. Now, they don't know exactly why this is happening, but one theory is that people who are overweight tend to look healthier when they're older, and so doctors may not see the need for hospice care until it's too late. Another theory is that it simply takes more resources, more people to do things like bathing, toileting, skincare, and so that may somehow impact when the decision is made to move someone into hospice care. Regardless, there's a strong motivation in me for that to not be the case at the end of my life. And just to end on a lighter note, it does turn out that parents are less likely to buy their kid a car if that child is overweight. And I'll just leave that one here and you can click the link in the description to take a look at that study. Okay, so I have to say that a lot of these impacts, especially the social and the economic ones, are not the way the world should be. It's wrong to discriminate, and we should be aware of that tendency in ourselves and call it out when we see it happening around us. At the same time, as someone who's trying to lose weight, I recognize that the system isn't changing anytime soon, and so this is extra motivation for me to keep doing better. But what about you? Have you experienced any of these impacts, and how have you tried to overcome them? I'd love to know, so leave a comment. And also, if you like this video and you'd like to keep up with my content, please subscribe. And either way, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.